Guys, we have an issue. Did you know we have an issue? This is the issue. Our studio space has a really comfortable looking dog right now. She's taking up at least 3 spots. I'm not sure what we're going to do about this on the Holler live stream. What do you think, Nighthawk? Oh, maybe I could entice her with a treat. Hey guys, welcome to the Holler live stream. We've got a big old bright lamp on that I forgot to turn off. So we'll turn that off so you can see our faces. Boop, boop. Come on, Sage, come here. Sage, you want a treat? Come here, you want a treat? Come here, I got a treat for you. You want a treat?
Sage is ignoring you.
Sage, do you want a treat?
Sage is not interested.
I've got cheese treats. Who's on tonight?
Dawn's here.
Sit.
David's here.
Sit, come here. Come on, Bougie.
She's still breathing.
Come on. Come here.
Sage refuses to die.
Come here. Oh, come on now. Don't be so negative. Come here.
I refuse to get off the couch, too.
Oh, Sonny. There you go, Sage.
Who are you calling a hippie?
Hey, guys. Okay, so.
Where am I spot?
You want to sit there. Apparently, we have spots now.
This has always been my spot.
Okay, well, Jenny is out tonight, but we have a visitor in the Holler, and so I'm going to encourage y'all, put your questions in all caps, please, if you have them. And if one of you is willing to go over to MeWe and to Facebook to the groups and just let everybody know we're live with the link, that'd be great. Then they'll know we're here. And they can watch me get kicked by a little black dog. This is Tactical's LBD. He has an LBD, just so you know. Don't mess with a mess cushion. Got it. Okay, but we have somebody else in town. Can somebody else please introduce herself?
Mama Sauce is here.
Mama Sauce is in town. Move over. Let's let Mama Sauce pull up a chair.
I moved plus Jerry.
There ain't nowhere for me to go.
Why don't I bring the stool in then?
No, there's room for you right here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what's been going on, guys. I decided that we needed to upgrade the roaster. You all know this story. And that's because it's been great. We've grown this year, and I am taxing the roaster I have to the max. And you're fine. Say hi, Mom.
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Is here. Hi, Mom. Okay. Anyway, so then I submit this campaign to Kickstarter. We have all these awesome levels like twin perks. You get 2 pounds of coffee. We have I Love Tea, where we send you cough tea, which is tea made from the coffee cherry, which is the fruit around the bean that the rest of us eat. And we have all sorts of different levels that are awesome. And we spent quite a bit of time working these out, right? Quite a bit of time. Submit it to Kickstarter, and they said, nope, can't do it because you keep talking about your roaster. And we just want you to talk about the coffee. And I feel like framing the whole thing the way I want to frame it was really important to the success of this Kickstarter. A. B. I don't get traffic off of, like, I might get one person off their community, so I don't really get that benefit. The benefit I was getting from them is they have the functionality of a Kickstarter. So I'm a web developer. I'm like, there's got to be a plugin for this. And I go out, I'm like, screw it. I am not changing my marketing approach because of what some other company says. And guys, this is why you have to be careful about depending on other companies for your stuff. If you are only running your business on Facebook, figure it out. I use Facebook to promote things. It's great, but I try to drive people back to my website for a reason. I want them to have a relationship with me, not Facebook, right? Well, all of that was swimming around in my head, and I thought I will just build a website. How'd that go?
The graphics were ready.
How long were they ready for before the website was?
Half a week.
Half a week. Yeah. It was not that easy. Somebody gets hyper at these live streams, probably because I'm talking all the time. And where are the thermostats? They'll be back. As soon as you guys figure out how I can artfully arrange them, they'll be back. I've kept them faithfully. I'm looking for new fun vintage thermostats to add. Anyway, so built the site and it sucked. Like it was glitching out. I'm like, I can't let this go live. So I was using the #1 most recommended plugin for crowdfunding campaigns at that time called WP Crowdfunding. Doesn't work. Okay, so I talked to their tech support. Of course, their tech support, I don't talk to them because they're in another country in a different time zone. So I send off my thing, and I'm like, I am powerful. I will not wait. I cannot wait. I can through this. And so I tried a different plugin, and I figured I had to like print out their whole documentation. It was written by the person who built the plugin.
That's a good idea.
Never let the person who builds the plugin write the documentation. Have them hand it to somebody else to use and answer their questions and have that person write the documentation. But that's okay. I worked in software. I was able to figure it out. I got that plugin working, right?
Yeah, it was working nicely.
And how many hours did you spend creating all the products and the graphics?
2 days.
2 days. And it was working, but the user interface sucked. Like the built-in functionality of the user interface of this plugin for what I wanted. It was more kind of oriented towards charitable fundraising, not pre-buying things to help raise enough to get the roaster expansion, right? And so I reached out to one of my developer friends. Can you turn the stove off, please? And I asked him to, like, if we could CSS our way through some things that I can't CSS my way through. And he's like, well, why don't you use this other #1 recommended plugin? And I was like, I tried, but it doesn't work. And he said, well, just have Nikolai fix it. I'm like, okay, we can have Nikolai fix it, but it's really frustrating, and it only works with this other theme that we don't use. Anyway, so that night, or the next morning, I spent 2 hours rebuilding the site and getting the basic information in for the Holler Roast project, the Kickstart Holler Roast project. And then I hand everything off to the developer, permissions, usernames, unblocking IP addresses so he doesn't get blocked out, and I go to bed. And the next morning, I don't see anything different, and it's really glitchy, guys. Like every time you touch something on the site, something else breaks somewhere else. And then later that day, when I was awake, he started working on it, got all the things fixed, and it was ready to go, except for it had one problem. What was the problem?
Apostrophes?
It was ugly.
Oh, it was really
Yeah,
ugly.
yeah. If you use an apostrophe on my campaign right now with this plugin in the sidebar, it adds all these slashes. So the learner's permit is learner permit on the side for that reason. So it was not working right. So then I get back to my friend who helps me when there's advanced CSS. And I said, I basically want to make those things disappear, these things in a different order, and it'd be really nice if it didn't look like crap. And so he starts working on it. We're working on it together. And at some point, he's like, screw it. I'll call you back in an hour. And within the hour, he had completely decimated the entire site, right?
He was fixing it, but
He was
blew up again.
It blew up because the plugin that got fixed got unfixed. Anyway, good news, though. They figured out why. It was that we had decided I wanted to use a theme I like called Enfold, and we had deployed that. And there was just no way that plugin was going to work with Enfold because of the way the plugin was written. By the way, everybody, this is Chestnut. And to make a long story longer, he said, I'm out of time. I need to work on something else. And I'm like, that's cool. And my site looked like you went to the site and there was stuff on top of each other and you can't read anything. And I'm like, I've been talking about Kickstart Holler Roast for 2 weeks. People are wondering where it is. It is not launching. What is going on, right? And so last night I thought, I'll just spend a few minutes seeing if I can re-put the settings the way I had it. So I have the ugly but functional site. And I did that. Right?
Right.
Before Unloose the Goose recorded last night, we got everything up there, but our rewards levels were not quite right. We've renamed them perks. Get it? Coffee. Perks. Anyway, so while Unloose the Goose was recording, they were having a wild debate in the living room, and I could hear it through the door while we were recording about what should go at which level. And I came out after that, and we agreed on some changes, and I got the site up and looking pretty. And this morning, I did some more tweaking of it, and we decided to beta launch it. So kickstarthollerroast.com is now beta launched, which means you're hearing it right now on this live stream, and I've said it on the MeWe group, but I have not sent out big announcements yet. We'll start rolling some of that out, but I had wanted some people to interact with the plugin and make sure they didn't break the site again, which I take a backup every time I get on my computer. I'm like, well, let's back that up just in case. It's been working fine. So the fix for the plugin worked. Using the theme that I'm using works. The way it looks is the way it's going to look, but I can fix typos and other things if those come up, and I can add pictures some places.
Sometimes.
But I can't add like a header image or anything fancy, which is fine. It works. I'm happy, and we have good news. It launched today around, what was it, noon?
Noon or 2?
No, it was before 2. It was noon. Our goal is $10,000. We have passed the $2,000 mark right as we're starting this tonight. Woo! And if we get to $10,000 fast, guys, we'll have some stretch goals with some extra rewards that are written up on my dry erase board that some other people have pledged. So hopefully we'll get there. But if y'all haven't checked it out, do check out Kickstart Holler Roast. Wasn't that a really long commercial? So what other questions do you have? If it's hard to write, should it be hard? Oh, the other thing is I'm thinking about launching a Kickstart-like plugin that actually works and hiring the developer that fixed their plugin to actually write one that does what you'd want it to do. Site looks great. Going for the tea. Yes, our first perk is I love tea, because last time I did a Kickstarter, a lot of people were like, I want to support you, but here's like $5 because, you know, I don't like coffee. And I had a really funny one. Somebody today supported us at the $150 level and said, I'm buying this for my wife because I don't like coffee. And I was like, great. So anyway, we're up. I'm super excited about it. What if you don't drink coffee? I love tea. $20. We'll send you coffee cherry tea. That's what we do.
That's good.
Some of us are not American and don't drink coffee. You know, is coffee an American thing?
I think it's Italian or French.
Oh, okay. Turkish, maybe? I don't know.
Do you want me to run one of the blog posts on that? That would be
What
fun.
is the level to buy in to get Tactical Redneck to shave his head?
$1
Come here.
million.
Come here. Is that the number? Seriously, if somebody put up $50,000, would you shave your head?
No.
You should come back here. We'll actually let you talk now. And if some of us sit forward on the couch and some of us sit back, then we can actually have our hips. Or some of us sit on the thingy, the arm. Okay, what else we got? Do it! Seriously, for $50,000, you won't shave your head?
No.
Will you shave your beard?
No.
Okay. Sorry, guys. He doesn't like me that much.
I was required to cut my hair and shave for a long time. Now I don't have to, so I won't.
But look at the back of his hair. It's like got a nice straight line because he got a trim. You're not going to show him your haircut? See, he got a haircut.
See my haircut? Is that pretty?
How about just the mustache?
No.
That would look really funny. Just in time for Halloween.
Oh, Dawn, I was going to guess and say that was Auto that asked that
Eyebrows?
question. No.
I think Tactical is making the most of his hair because he knows that as time goes on, he has to
I'm
watch
making
how
up-
his father's hair goes.
I'm
So
making
he'll
up
have
for the
any-
last 17 years.
Yeah. Okay. So what else is going on this week?
Tomatoes,
Tomatoes.
beans.
Beans. Crowder peas. What
People
else?
eating.
People eating. People not eating.
Yeah. Christmas.
Christmas. We figured out all of the Holler Us Christmas stuff, except for Sue. I have to send you an email about the thing with the stuff. But we got it figured out mostly, except for the bags. Just like last year, you order sample bags, and it takes like 4 weeks for the frickin' things to show up. But we got everything else pretty much figured out. So I'll just email you about the thing with the stuff, and we'll go from there. Okay, right on, man. I did enough shaving in the Army to last a lifetime.
Yep.
Second stimulus check update. I didn't see that they came to a conclusion of issuing a second stimulus check yet this week, did they? I mean, they may do it. What I've heard is that not all of the funds in the original legislation have been spent, so they're considering issuing a second stimulus check. They'll probably put terms on it. And I'd also heard a rumor they might, for the second one, it comes out of your Social Security later. Which, if that's the option, guys, that they give you, don't take that check, because if it's $1,200 now, later it'll be like, oh, but for that you have to give us $6,000 of your retirement benefit or whatever. So I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
What about a 12-foot pole?
Still waiting for my first check. Well, maybe you earn too much money, Brian. That's what you're telling us right now. You earn too much money for it. Shut down. Yeah. What else do you guys want to hear about tonight? What'd you do this week?
I worked.
Where'd you work?
Spent 2 days, no, 3 days so far making a custom chicken coop.
3 days making a custom chicken coop. Now you know how long it takes to make a custom chicken coop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's almost finished.
Green chilies. I have an update on green chili weekend. I ordered the green chilies in August.
Okay.
It's September. Are they
It is.
here? You know why they're not here?
They
Two
haven't
guesses,
shipped yet?
guys. 2 guesses.
They haven't shipped yet?
Coronavirus!
Uh,
Coronavirus. They are shipping next week. So what I didn't want to have happen was that they arrived during Green Chili Day when we're feeding everybody the green chilies we already processed. But instead, we're going to be processing green chilies like every other year. But that's okay. I didn't order as many bushels as last year either. We have another dog here who's just walked in. There's a serious lack of razors. No, we have razors. See, my legs are shaved. 9/11 tomorrow. Any thoughts? You mean like
She might not have a lack of razors. I do, and that's intentional.
if you need one, dude, I got extras.
Is it pink?
They're male. I didn't get the pink ones. I got the blue ones.
Or what color it is?
Thoughts on 9/11 tomorrow. There has been a lot of talk about protests from both sides of the protest fence in correlation with 9/11. I've heard one about the burn your mask protest for the people who are done with the mask mandates. I've heard about more uprising on that day from the BLM protests and the Antifa protests. So actually my thoughts on tomorrow is if you don't need to travel into a place that's a high risk for that kind of activity, it's not a bad day to just kind of hang out and have cocktails on your porch and read a book or have a campfire and hang out with friends. That's my thought. Any other thoughts?
I mean, I should just stay home tomorrow. I can do that.
You gonna stay home tomorrow?
I can stay home tomorrow.
Okay. He's staying home. How about you?
No, I mean that's my thought too. I mean, I was thinking about it last night. I've been in Knoxville, I've been in Nashville, I've been to Lebanon, I've been to Crossville, Cookville. I didn't see any fires. I didn't see any protests. Nobody was blocking the interstate. You know, telling me that, you know, they're protesting in Portland, you may as well tell me you're protesting in Siberia. Like, cool story, dude. Send me a postcard or something. But I don't live in Oregon. I have no effect on that. I'm not going where the protests are. Same thing. I've basically watched a couple of videos from some of these protests, basically as intel gathering, just to see what these people are doing. Like, I could care less politically one way or the other. And you will probably agree with me when I say if they show up to protest here, there's 4 people here right now. 2 of us will drag lawn chairs and a nice chest full of beer out in the yard where there's a decent vantage point over the road so we can see, and we will sit there and drink beer and make fun of you. Regardless of what you're protesting for, I don't care if you're protesting when you assault weapons ban. If you show up here to protest, we're just going to make fun of you.
No, I mean, you're not getting your point across. And Brian says, way to kill the mood, Siegler.
What's Siegler say?
He asked about the 9/11 thing.
No.
Yeah. So I think I'm more worried about the wildfires right now, just from a personal sphere standpoint, because there are a lot of fires in Oregon, and they're getting uncomfortably close to some of my family members. I've had some family member leave their home and then come back. I just was reading that Chehalem Mountain is on fire, and I have an aunt who lives very close to there. Medford, I can't really get clarity on where it is in Medford, but I think my dad's okay. So we have a lot of people, and I guess Paradise is evacuated in California. So there's just a lot of, like, I'm paying more attention to the wildfires, just because I'm hoping that we don't have, in the family sorts of destruction. I've talked to a few of you who listen to the podcast who live in some of these areas to make sure you're okay. So far, nobody's been in a situation where they come over, but they're really bad this year. Like, worse. Last year, we thought it was the worst year, and then now it's the worst year. That's what's happened there. So stuff's on fire. Hello, Prim. Welcome to the party. What's everybody drinking tonight? What do you got?
Black Abbey Crossroads.
What do you got?
Michelob. Amber Bock.
What do you got?
2 hands.
You guys didn't bring us drinks. What the hell?
Nobody asked.
Yeah, exactly.
We were getting the live stream set up, and we cooked you a great dinner.
I was talking to
Did we not
outside.
cook you a great
You
dinner?
did cook a great dinner, yes.
What was for dinner?
Steak and sweet potatoes.
What kind of steak?
I don't know.
It was venison.
Oh, it's venison?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Red steak.
Meat.
We had steak, green beans, because we've been processing. We had a bunch of green beans to process, and then I got more. So we were processing green beans, and then,
We're eating green beans every night right now.
yeah, 2 jars didn't seal, so we ate those tonight. I think I have one more little half-gallon baggie of green beans, and we're done. So we could have green beans with hamburgers tomorrow.
Till you buy more green beans Saturday.
So,
That's a possibility.
hey, bartender, that's right. Siegler, where's the booze whisperer? I would have a cocktail in my hand right now if you were here, right? Right? Okay, what would the cocktail be? Tell me that. What is it? There is there's some cocktail this week, I don't know what it is. Makers with plum bitters. That sounds good. I don't have plum bitters, so I can't go make that later. Now I have to learn how to make plum bitters. That sounds great, though. You can totally mix me one of those when I see you in November. Hit that like. Okay. Brandy old fashions are all the rage. Yeah, that would be good, too. That would be good. I actually, Manhattan wouldn't be bad. Manhattan would be kind of nice tonight.
I'm out of my depth.
I'd just like to state that I had the following conversation in the car with Mama Sauce after choir once. We were talking about beverages and talking about toddies. And I was informed that what I said was a toddy was not a toddy because there were certain things. She started having categories, like she knows categories of cocktails.
But I don't know what a Manhattan is.
But she doesn't know what a Manhattan is. That's okay. She knows more about cocktails than I do, just for the record. That's just the way it is. Gin and tonic here. Cool. Brandy old fashioned. Autofab. Since when did you stop liking old fashions? And how could a brandy old fashioned be bad? I just don't get it. Autofab's almost never negative about cocktails. It's the drink of Wisconsin. Wisconsin's old fashioned, I guess. Cece's joined us, but she's on the floor here. This is Cece. It's hard to get her in camera. There you go. Anyway, she's a mutt dog. Somebody shot her, and I heard the story of how she got shot and was recovering and had to adopt her. So she moved in. Good evening. I think it's my first time. Yep. Welcome seeing us live. Getting started on homesteading. Mutts are the better dogs. I totally agree. All my dogs are mutts, except for maybe Chestnut. Chestnut might be a full-blooded dark-nosed mountain cur. We don't know. We just found her, and she looks like one. So,
Sit.
and she acts like one.
Sit.
And someone docked her tail.
Somebody docked her tail poorly. They didn't do a very good job of that. So, that is what it is. Okay, what are you guys thinking of this rotating meal thing? Do you now that we've done it for almost a month, do you like it or hate it? Honest. Be
It's
honest. It's good?
I mean, it gives me an opportunity to actually cook,
Yeah.
which I haven't been doing a lot lately. So when it gives me an opportunity to cook, it makes me actually get back into that habit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess the only downside for me is timing. Because mealtime is usually about the same time as animals, which I need to take care of animals.
So there's a lot of planning. What are you thinking of it? Like it or hate it?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah,
Why?
for the most part.
You're learning new stuff, aren't you? Trying to meet everyone's needs.
Yeah, I gotta learn new stuff. I have to cook.
Mm-hmm.
That's both good and bad.
Okay. I like it too. I wonder if we should reduce the number of days.
It's like a party every night.
It's like a party every night, and sometimes I need to get my work done, but then I've just been getting my work done. So as long as nobody's offended by that. When did you move to Tennessee? If that's for me, I moved to Tennessee in 2006, I believe it was. And I started in Nashville, and then by 2007, we were here. So found this place as a getaway from Nashville piece of land, and it ended up being my full-time homestead. So I know if you're asking somebody else, you have to tell me who you were asking.
Brian wants a breeding set of rabbits.
Is this Holler reality TV? Yep, it is. Nighthawk, I need a breeding set of rabbits. Brian's on fire tonight. I'm in Western Kentucky, not too far away. Well, you should totally come to some of our events. We have Green Chili Day coming in about a week. In order to find how to sign up for that, you have to go to livingfreeintennessee.com and click on the show notes about 2 shows ago, and the link is there. I hit it really well. I am looking at the registration list before I do a blog post about it in case we're full, because we might be full.
Aren't we full?
I don't know if we're full.
Chicken's full.
Chicken's full. Chicken processing workshop is full. So Siegler says he's talking to Brian. Trying to get my brother to go to your chicken class. But I sold out. They sold out. He should come to Green Chili Weekend and just eat good food. That's my thought.
What?
Tactical Redneck is the little spot on the corner of Holler TV.
Yeah, I got a dog at my feet.
I asked about the second check to guarantee 100,000 views. That's hilarious. We talked about coronavirus. We talked about the stimulus check. What else did we talk about? 9/11. We're hitting all the hot buttons tonight.
Trump and Biden. We need to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, Trump, Biden. Most important election of our lifetime. Got it. We're having an event the weekend. So that's too bad. Well, we have a Christmas reception the Saturday before Christmas from 12 to 4 that the people bring hors d'oeuvres to share. So that might be the next best opportunity to come out here. Between like now and then, it becomes high season for coffee roasting for the holidays. We have really fun holiday offerings this year. Do you have that box? You show them the box. We just figured out how we're doing a different sampler set with more coffee per bag, but 3 coffees instead of 5, and we'll do spirit cooled or not. And then I was like, it would be nice if it had a better presentation than shoved in a holiday bag. So we have 2 presentations. This is one presentation where it comes in a box with some inserts. And then some of them come in organdy bags that are those organza bags, that are the ones with the ties that are nice, like kind of like Amazon gifts come in. So we have 2 presentations. We're doing spirit cooled and not spirit cooled. And I'm really excited to roll that out. Like yesterday, I spent a good amount of time going, do we really want to make this change? Because people really like the little sampler packs with 5 coffees, but they were really small. So it was literally 1 pot of coffee per bag. And in this way, you can have more than 1 pot of coffee. So I'm hoping people like that idea. So where are you going to do a live stream around the roasting camper like Willis? When are you? In order to do what Willis does for live stream on YouTube, I need 1,000 subscribes. Right now we're at like 600 or so, which means I need 400 more people to subscribe. So if you want to help free me from the laptop I have to carry around and make it so I can do live streams on my phone here, then it'd be great if you could help me get, 400 more subscriptions. YouTube used to let you do it, and now they don't unless you're over 1,000. I may do some Facebook Live, which Willis also does, because those are kind of fun. I've been doing also just recordings of myself, not live, but lifestyle as I walk, because that's when I have a time to think about what's going on. Anyway, Nicole is blind. Questions need to be in all caps. Yes, that's true. I am blind. And if I put my glasses on, I end up with like 2 little pucks and you can't see my eyes, and then that's dumb on video. So there's probably a way I could buy glasses that don't do that, and maybe I'll figure that out. But right now,
I still can't read that.
Yeah, you're going blind. Don't worry. You're getting old. Old people go blind.
Fortunately, the one thing I'm clinging to is my vision right now.
That's what he thinks.
Hearing shot.
So you didn't hear me say that?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, any other questions before we say goodnight, guys? Can you increase the font on YouTube? Because that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Michael, do you have another question, or did you just say yes for fun?
He's being a troll tonight anyway, so.
Hit that thumbs up, people. Yeah, hit likes. That helps me. See, Justin should be running this for me because he knows what he's doing, and we're just making it up as we go. Oh, Control Plus. You know Tactical, huh? Oh, you're being a troll. Not that you know him. I was like, no, it's not working. Control Plus. Wait, maybe Command Plus because I'm... Oh, hey, now the video's really strong. I can see clearly now.
That's
Okay.
better.
That brings to the blah, 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 blah. I've been out of the loop. Who's the other friend? This is Nighthawk. Wait, come back in here. We have a guest in town.
Big one.
Mama Sauce is here. That's right. We're really excited to have Mama Sauce. So what are we doing tonight? Tomato sauce?
Tomato sauce.
Mama Sauce and tomato sauce are happening tonight. They are happening tonight. So, yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. Subscribe, share, all of that good stuff, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.